Hello everybody, my name is Scarhurst, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through all the things you need to know about the latest Caves and Cliffs Snapshot Update 21W11A in roughly 5 minutes. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and be sure to check out my hashtag shorts channel for 50,000 watts of procrastination power. That's Scarhurst. Unfortunately, this snapshot update only introduces a handful of new features and includes a lot more small tweaks and bug fixes to improve the quality of life in-game. But we do also have some really cool features relating to how copper can interact with the world, so without further ado, let's get down to business. First up on the agenda, lightning rods can now be waterlogged, and this was something that was actually meant to be included in the last snapshot update. Despite this, I really can't think of any practical uses for this, to be honest, and sadly Mojang still haven't responded to my email about electrified water. Comment below if you have any plans for submerged lightning rods, or any ideas you have, throw them my way. As you probably already know, copper blocks will gradually oxidize and change color when placed in your Minecraft world. However, lightning rods can now be used to channel lightning onto copper blocks to reverse the color change effect. All you need is a thunderstorm and a bit of luck, and oh, there we go! The oxidizing is reversed at the expense of a few singed hairs. But what if you want to preserve the copper color without relying on dangerous lightning-based methods? Well, you'll need to go find yourself some bees and procure some honeycomb. Careful not to piss the bees off though, remember to farm honey responsibly. Once you have your honeycomb and you've shaken the bees off, all you need to do is go up to a copper block with it in hand and right click on it to apply the wax. If you want to remove the wax, then just grab your trusty axe and simply right click to get rid of the wax. In addition, dispensers can now also be used as alternative ways of waxing copper blocks. This is a really cool addition for those of you competent in redstone design, which I'm not, but in essence observers could be used to monitor the changes of state in copper blocks so that you can farm the wax variations with the right machine if you knew how to, which I don't, so moving on. Next up, waxed copper blocks can now be broken down into 4 copper ingots, just like the regular copper blocks. However, it doesn't work on any of the other variations of copper or wax copper, so copper for everyone. Moving on, spectral arrows will now appear as spectral arrows when fired in game. Now that's a really nice little touch and a good excuse for me to get my Legolas on. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. And signpost textures have been updated so that the stick at the bottom actually looks like the bark from the original wood it was made from. Again, a nice little touch to improve the aesthetics of the game and a really simple addition. Now we go to the underground, back to the lush caves biome, and directly under the azalea trees above, you will find rooted dirt with hanging roots spawning beneath them. If you want to farm these blocks, you can now use bone meal to make 1 hanging root grow on 1 rooted dirt block. They also actually changed the hanging roots textures, just so that it's offset from the center of its anchor block when you place it. This means that it won't look so uniform when placed side by side or in a row, which adds a touch of realism to the way the roots look. Breaking big drip leaf stems will now drop big drip leaf will now big. Let me try and get this right in one go. Breaking big drip leaf stems will now drop a big drip leaf block, which means that these can now be farmed, which is a really cool addition as well. Mossy cobblestone and mossy bricks can now be crafted using 1 moss block and 1 stone or cobblestone. This is much easier than the previous methods of obtaining these blocks with vines, and moss blocks are super easy to farm with bone meal, so again another really good addition. Small drip leaf blocks now face the direction that you place them in, again adding a bit of variation to the lush caves biome and also to your design applications for it. Amethyst clusters now drop 2 amethyst shards when broken by hand or by any other method, such as with a piston or by breaking the block that they're sitting on. If you mine them with a pickaxe, you get 4, but even better, a Fortune 3 pickaxe could bag you anywhere between 4 to 16 shards per cluster. Be careful not to mine the small, medium or large ones, however, as only the fully grown amethyst clusters will drop any amethyst shards. Additionally, cave sizes have been slightly tweaked somehow. I assume they've kind of made them a bit less cavernous, but it's especially difficult to tell when you load up just a lush caves biome, as basically the whole of the underground is completely infested with lush caves. Another nice little note is that diamond ore blobs will now spawn slightly more frequently, and that's great news. I carved out a random patch of deep slate around -38 to -50, and here's what I found. It's hard to say whether this is more, less, or just about the normal amount that you should expect. But yeah, more diamonds, yeah! Now, there are a lot more bug fixes included in the patch notes, but I really don't have the time or the patience to go over each one individually. Just before I finish though, I did want to share probably the strangest bug fix of all time. Carved pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns no longer create a swastika. Well, that's great. Thankfully, after potentially years of this going unnoticed, someone has finally reported it and this has been removed. So well done Minecraft for cracking down on those racist pumpkins. Okay, that's it. I apologize I have kept you for longer than 5 minutes, but just while you're still here, before you click away onto something else, please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video, and do go check out my other #shorts channel, which is ScarHZ, and I will see you all at the next Snapshot update. Bye bye everybody.